So we have another word problem that will eventually result in a quadratic. Here we're talking about a rectangle, and we know the length of the rectangle is related to width, in that it's 7 centimeters less than 5 times the width. We know the area of the rectangle is 24 centimeters. Well, area is equal to length times width. And so we're looking at a rectangle. We have our rectangle, and we know that the length of the rectangle is 7 centimeters less than 5 times the width. So let's just pick a side here. I'm going to pick the smaller side. I'm going to go in and I'm going to call that W. And then I'll take the longer side. That's the length. But we know the length is 7 less than 5 times the width. Remember, less than means you're taking it away from. So we're taking 7 away from 5 times the width. And so now we know the length. We can write it as 5w minus 7. Now since we know the area is 24, we can plug 24 in for the area. We know the length is 5w minus 7, and the width is just w. So now we have an equation, and it falls to us now to solve that equation. So it's factored, but remember, being factored doesn't really help us unless it's factored and equal to 0. So since it's not, we have some simplifying to do. Distributing the w, we have 5w squared minus 7w. Now take a moment, pause the video, try to work out solving that equation yourself, and then unpause the video, and you can catch up with us then. Okay, hopefully you've taken some time now and actually did start solving this. If you get stuck, I have went ahead and worked out some of the problem for you. I bring the 24 over by subtracting, giving me 5w squared minus 7w minus 24. It's now equal to 0, so I can try to factor. There is no common factor to take care of here. So I look at the product of the 5 and the 24 to be negative 120. Look for things that multiply to be negative 120 and add to be negative 7. The two numbers that will do that will be a positive 8 and a negative 15. So I rewrite it as 5w squared plus 8w minus 15w minus 24. Now if you had the video worked out, or if you had it completely worked out past this step, keep going along. If not, please you can pause and try to work it out from here, and then we'll pick up in just a moment. Okay, so now what I've done is I've continued working the problem out. If you need to, you might want to pause just to kind of catch up if you did find yourself making a mistake. You should have it factored now as 5w plus 8 times w minus 3, which leads us to the two equations, 5w plus 8 equals 0, w minus 3 equals 0. That gives us two answers, w equals a negative 8/5, and w equals 3. Now because this is a word problem, we have to consider whether or not the answers actually make sense. Here we're talking about dimensions. So I've tried for a while now, but I've never yet managed to find a negative length or a negative anything measurement-wise. So that answer we throw away. The other answer has to be then valid, or at least it seems like it's valid if we didn't make any mistakes. So we know that w is equal to 3. Well, what is w? W is the width of a rectangle. But what did we want to do? We wanted to find the dimensions. The dimensions are not just the width, but also the length. So we know w is 3. So plugging w in to the formula for the length gives us the length should be 5w minus 7. 5 by 3 is 15 minus 7 gives us a length of 8. So we have the width of 3 and a length of 8. And just to check our problem, we needed to have an area of 24. Well, if we take 8 by 3, we get an area of 24. Okay, hopefully this helps you out on this type of a problem.